Totally having him come and request it, like.
Okay, yeah, so you said it's gonna turn into a training exercise.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're hoping to get it up soon.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please. Here. Selma?
Yes.
Carter?
Here.
Wenzel?
Here.
Hoover? Here. Chanel?
Here.
Speaking? Here.
No statement at this time. I'll need a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Support.
Motion's been made, supported to approve the agenda. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next up, public statement regarding current agenda items only. Next, consent agenda. I need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Support.
Motion's been made and supported to approve the consent agenda. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. No unfinished business. Moving on into new business items for action. Andrew Johnson requesting to purchase Daytop Farms.
Andrew here. Can everybody-
He is not. I'm here for him.
Yeah, what's your name?
Nicole? Edwards?
Oh yeah, nice to see you. You wanna stand up and, this is for, purchase of,
It is new.
down there, 9982 P,
No,
P Road.
you have the wrong one. Hold on.
Yeah.
You grabbed the wrong one. Right here. I don't know. This is where we're at.
Oh, this is you? Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
It's okay.
Everybody got the right agenda? Yep. Cool. Yeah, this is Andrew Johnson, requesting to purchase 9982 Pete Road, Chesaning. It's, Daytop Farms.
Any major changes or anything, or just simple?
No, the only thing that's gonna happen is we're building a wall to split a room. That's the only thing that's different, other than that. So he was the original owner. It was purchased by
Right.
someone else, and then it was on a lease. It was given back to him, so now he's basically just
Retaking over
resuming
Sure.
ownership and using it for the same purposes.
Gotcha.
So, in 2023, Daytop sold it to 9982 LLC. This is confusing to me.
It is,
So-
trust me, it's very confusing for me too. It's something I've been dealing with the CRA for. Andrew Johnson is the owner of 9982, as well as Daytop Farms. CRA preferred to see, a lease of some sort. So like, before Brett Taylor, I don't know what name, oh, it was purchased under McConna Fields, I'm sorry. Before McConna Fields purchased it before, it was again owned by 9982. It's just another LLC owned by Andrew Johnson. It's all basically the same. This time, it's under Daytop Farms, and then they have a lease agreement to 9982. So it's all kind of the same thing. It's just
That's how, if you own a business, you own the building, the physical infrastructure under one. And then your other business leases it from that business, so you can claim tax credits.
correct.
You're basically shuttling money around, but there's tax implications. Most businesses do.
It's basically the same thing. So when McConna Fields bought it, it was the same exact thing. McConna Fields bought it, and Daytop Farms had to pay a monthly lease, a $5,000 lease, to McConna Fields for that property. It's the same exact thing. It's just changing ownership. Everything stays basically the same.
Anybody else have questions? Anybody want to make a motion to approve?
Motion to approve the sale of Daytop Farms to Andrew Johnson.
Support.
Motion's been made and supported. All those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next up, we have Fire Chief Scott Paul requesting a burn permit at 1632 Brady Road.
Scott's not with us tonight, but it's the fire department building is 1632 Brady Road, and they're looking to burn brush, I believe.
Yeah, brush.
And I figure if anybody is safely going to burn, it would be the fire department.
As long as they don't get called off in the middle of the burn.
Somebody will be staying there.
Pretty good time.
If they get called, then I'm there.
Right. I make a motion to approve the burn permit request for the Chesapeake Brady Fire Department.
Support.
Motion's been made and supported. All those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next up, infrastructure.
We had a meeting last Tuesday, I think.
Last week.
Yeah. We talked about the bonds that's sitting before us, and then Tommy brought up that we get the $157,000 from the county each year for 10 years. Talked about bonding that. The streets to do is Sunnyside Circle, Hamilton Street, Lansing, and Wausau Jackson Street area, the commercials, and possible Pete Road. The CIP for the water mains is a 12-inch water main on East Broad. Updating the water line on Lansing and Wausau Jackson Street to 8-inch, commercial 8-inch, and Pete Road 8-inch.
Currently, they're all 4-inch caps.
Right. That makes a big help for the fire department too.
That's how we were discussing road projects, was kind of what's underneath it.
Underneath it,
You know, trying to combine biggest bang, where's the win-wins? 4-inch to 8-inch makes a huge difference, so.
Did you find anything out about that bonding of those, that 10 years?
Just that we would have to vote on it if we wanted to do it. And it should not be a big deal. So yeah, it's infrastructure.
Cool. Finance admin?
It's gonna meet quickly after this.
Public safety has not met, but we will be meeting soon.
I just got the updated ordinance, an ordinance we gotta look at.
Okay.
For the public safety.
We'll meet before the next meeting at some point. Maybe right before. PDA?
Our next meeting will be the 14th.
Chamber is coming up soon. Planning,
No meeting.
airport.
Their last meeting, basically just rehashed the same stuff, and they had this really awesome guest speaker, so.
Was it you?
No, this dude has done everything, it was unreal. This guy was involved in the creating of the F-16 and the 8
Oh, really?
Yes, he had huge stories. The 8-ton Warhawk, he was at the beginning of the F-16 and the 8-tons. And he didn't think he would ever fly an F-16, and 20 years later he got to fly.
Nice.
He was also the first person to fly one of those brand new giant Airbuses to this country. They recruited him to go over, help finish the design, and he was the pilot when Haiti had the earthquake in 2010. Airbus has one plane sitting somewhere. Whenever they need humanitarian aid, it's loaded to go, and they go. It's a 24-hour trip. They're in and out, and he was the guy that flew down to Haiti.
Wow.
So, and this guy lives in Williamston, and he's been everywhere. I don't know what kind of car he owns. Took that to Germany when he was in their military back in the 60s. Something. Still owns the car, mint condition. So. And to top it off, he's a U of M grad, so of course awesome. But that's he was the guest speaker. That's the first time I've ever sat through a meeting, one of those meetings that took over an hour and a half.
You can tell us his name, or?
I didn't write that down. I got it written down somewhere else, not in my notes.
Fair board?
15 runs since last meeting, bringing to 91 now. Some of those was The one was Ashley, but they had, I think, 7 or 8 fire departments out there. We lost the ladder truck, like I said, because the piping on the ladder broke, but we got that fixed today. So they're gonna put the piping back on tomorrow. Training this weekend was Sunday and Monday. There's basic skills, and it was, all the officers took the guys in pairs, and like on the ladder truck, they took the connection for the hydrants, pulled it off, had to go through it, setting it all up, turn on the pumps, and then they had to, I got some pictures if you guys want to see it. How they stand with the hose and all that, with the full pressure on and all that, and showed some of these guys moving around pretty good in that. But then they had, I was telling Sean that one of the things is that the Jaws of Life, they had to take an egg off a cone and just squeeze it enough, not breaking it, and move it down 8 foot to another cone, and that everyone had to do that. It was really interesting. That's in one crack, and that was all. But they used the quarter tanks, using the quarter pump on there. They took the tenders and put it into the tank, and then put the pump in there and showed how they pump it out of, like out of a river or something. It's got floats on it, and then hooking it up to the trucks and everything. Hose testing was done today. Scott called me up. We had like 25 lengths of hose that was outdated, but Scott asked the guys that was doing it to pressure test it, and they all came back good. So we're going to use them until next year. Golf outing is May 17th. It's looking pretty good. I've been trying to check the weather, but that don't look kind of good right now. And the fire board meeting is next Wednesday, the 14th at 6 o'clock.
Thanks, Phil. Task force?
Yes, we did. We had a meeting on April 22nd. Library reported that they're going to have a local author come in on May 17th, Jamie Hoff. And they had some events, but they were this past weekend. So, Saginaw Agricultural Society, they're emptying their barns, getting ready for the fair. Horse show will be every weekend until the end of August. They'll have shows all every weekend till then. May 10th will be a cattle show, and then May 3rd will be a hog show. And then Memorial Day weekend, they're going to have a flea market out there, weekend in the country, 23rd, 24th, and 25th. For education, my wife Shannon is retiring. And they reported that everybody should see a bond update. Your tax levy should have went down on your bonds from the bond that passed. The first phase is going to be the HVAC system in the high school, the rear entrance. Second phase will be the middle school pool. And the third phase will be resurfacing the track, the field. Historical Society, I'm going to get this wrong, I don't know their last, Tom and Peggy, guy, say it. Jerry, there you go. Took over the museum. Let me see what else. The new businesses in town that opened is Big B, Chesney Glass Service. The new hotel out by the Brass Bell. I don't know what the name of that one is.
Sesame Engine Soup.
And the Brass Bell sold to Country Spikes. And I think, and the Friends of the Shiawassee reported the mile markers were presently going in on the river. And that's it.
What is
Country Spikes, it's
Catering. He's got a kitchen in on 21 or 27 out there or something?
just past the catering.
Yeah.
He's
He's just using the kitchen. He just wants the kitchen part, you know, so.
Hope it's still good.
Yeah.
Well, good for him. Parks Committee?
We had a small meeting prior to this meeting. We were discussing that some of the permits are starting to come in for the removal of the amphitheater. We're going to set a meeting, I think, and put an ad in the newspaper to request, bids for that, and then hopefully be able to choose and eventually get it taken down.
Nice. That will be awesome.
Yeah, it probably won't move as fast as we want it to, but at least some of the permits are starting to come in. I think Tom said that the soil erosion has not came in yet, that's the next one that they're working on. But we're finally seeing some movement though, which is great.
Once that's all done, we can start on that fishing platform.
Yeah.
Pretty pumped about that. All right, next up, public statement, any topic, do we have the list? It's fine.
Blank, hey, nobody on the list.
Next up, council member statements. All right, village staff reports, please chief.
All I have this month, or this week, is just one minor, or two minor updates. The $3,000 from the Tri-State K-9 Association, whatever that I had talked about, that check has arrived and placed in the village coffers. We have completely severed all ties with that organization now. And then, as far as the newest car in the fleet, 420, which was outfitted as a K-9 unit, has now, all K-9 equipment's been removed. It's been replaced with standard partitions and is a full-service police vehicle now. And again, didn't cost us a nickel.
Fantastic.
He's putting a bill for it, so that is all I have, unless you folks have any questions of me.
Thanks, chief.
Thank you so much.
How do you have a car show? How did that car cruise?
Yeah, we're all right. A couple people went to jail, a couple tickets are written, but it is what it is, you know?
Thanks, chief.
Yep, no problem.
We did have help from the state police for that.
Yes, we did, and we will have,
Yes, I'm like standing outside now, I'm like, state police, just name it. Whoa, he
yeah,
was
we're gonna see the same thing this month, but then after that, we're hoping that a statement has been made, and things will go smoothly with a smaller, I guess, show of force going forward.
What is the biggest problem that you're facing up?
Well, my understanding is the burnouts. Anywhere, right? Downtown's really bad, but then they will move down to the park, they'll do it in front of Cole Park here, and it just can't happen. You know, if you want to show up the car, that's one thing, but put people in, you know, you see how people line up in their lawn chairs, it looks like a parade route, and you can't have people breaking tires loose like that in downtown or anything, so I'm not going to stand for it. I've been told there's no alcohol problem there, but we'll see.
CrossFit did have a meeting with him also recently.
Good.
Oh, yeah, just a guy that shows up, that gets upset when they run down Canal there and around.
Also the fact that they do go a lot more than 15 mile an hour.
Yeah.
Often.
The runners or the drivers?
None of them.
I mean, we try.
We thank him very much for his time.
All right, thanks, chief. Admin report?
Touching on what Rod said, just wanted to thank Shannon for all the work she did at Big Rock. It is a huge loss for Chesapeake schools. Though I do have all the confidence in Matt Rebalski. There's big shoes to fill, so thank to Shannon for all the hard work over there. Please keep signing up when you get a letter in the mail about having your meter changed out. This is going really well. We're getting a bunch of meters switched out. This will fix a lot of issues we have with having to go out and read meters. So, but it's going very well. And then keep signing up for the Text My Double Alerts 91896. This is going really well too. So we're having people sign up for it. The first goal is to have 10% of the village residents sign up for it. And we're about 100 away from that, I think.
Yep, cards are there.
Oh,
Very
cool.
recommend signing.
Cool. So grab those cards, sign up for it. And we don't send a bunch out, so it's not super. And that's it.
Thanks, Tom. Motion to adjourn.
Adjourn.
Support. Motion been made, support to adjourn. All those in favor, signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned.
Tom,
Yeah.
that's all I